one of the things I want to know is what's one of your favorite features that you would love to play up more?
Better eye.
Mm-hmm.
Better eyes. Okay.
Eyes.
I don't know how. I kind of just need the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to do brows. I kind of try to do it. I don't really know. My eyes have always been the same.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I tried playing around with it, but I'm like,
Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't really know how to do it.
Anything else anybody wants to learn specifically today, or that you want to play up? Any
Aaron's
feature
gotta
you
come
want to
over
play up?
this.
Anybody?
Like contouring and.
Contouring and highlighting? Okay.
Yeah.
So once we get your faces washed, we're going to put on moisturizer, and then we'll start from there. So,
Oh, my primer.
There, I got it.
Oh, I think it's cool. Oh no,
okay. All right, pretty girl. Let's put that on next.
Just give me your hand.
Oh, geez, you sounded just like Ange.
Okay. Now that we have your faces done with moisturizer, okay, we're going to start playing in makeup. And today is going to be a complete makeup focus. So we're going to start with primer, because if you're going to wear makeup, we want it to go on better, stay on better, and look better. That means primer is going to be a good thing. Now this foundation primer is incredible because it goes on like it looks like ointment. It dries like sack. This stuff is off the chain. You guys have long days. This is going to help us have our makeup look as good at 10 o'clock as it does at 10 a.m., okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on. Now when you put this on, you're going to scoop it up with your fingertips. You're going to kind of roll it around in between your middle three fingers, and then you're going to put it on all over your face, okay? All over your face. There you go.
Brandy and I
You
already
got
did.
some?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have any grapes.
Oh,
I'm a goofball. I didn't bring any.
there you go, sweetheart. You're just fine. You are just fine.
I was gonna get you.
Okay, now, I will tell you this. A lot of people ask me about the eye primer. A lot of folks have oily eyelids. Did you know that this under eye area is the most dry area on your body, and your eyelids are the most oily? The reason that we were made that way is because back when we were cavemen, the woolly mammoths were like sparking up a bunch of dust. The oil here would keep dust out of your eye, okay? Now, we don't have that anymore, so all it does is makes our eyeshadow crease and slide off. Does anybody have that issue with eyeshadow creasing or coming off?
No.
If you don't, I would not recommend trying or using this product, because of all the products that I've ever had someone have a reaction, which in 21 years, there have been 2, and it was like a little tiny hive. It wasn't like a, I've never actually even heard of somebody having that. But this can make eyelids kind of dry and itchy. I'm not a huge fan of this, so I'll be honest, I wouldn't encourage it unless you have someone who has really oily eyelids and is having trouble creasing, okay? Now, with that being said, one of the first tricks that I'm going to teach you is how to put concealer on your eyelid. Does anybody know why we would do that?
Cover the pigmentation that's on your eyelids.
To cover the pigmentation that's on your eyelid. A lot of us have a natural pigment around our eyelids, and it is a like a purple or a brown shade. And here's the problem. It's not real conducive to looking good, because what happens is it makes us look tired. It makes us look kind of worn down. Okay. My favorite one is called Deep Ivory. I don't know if they have it though. I do. Do you? Fantastic. So we're gonna use Deep Ivory. Yeah, even you would
I
do
got it.
Deep Ivory. Oh, why on? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on, and I'm gonna show you on Ash where I would put this. Okay. Do you have a little spongy do? Okay. Let me give you a sponge one.
Oh, you want a sponge? I got those
Do you
too.
have one of those?
Yep.
Awesome. Very good. Okay. So I'm going to take some of this onto a little sponge, and we're going to put it on the inside of her eye at first, because that's when you have the most product on your brush or on your sponge. And I want to get there in this darkest part, which is on the inside of her eye. Okay. And then I'm going to just do lash line all the way up to her eyebrow. Now open. Okay. Look at what that already does for her eye. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It really takes a lot of that depth out. It really makes a big difference. Okay. You're so goofy. I love you.
The look that came with it.
It was. She was very serious about her concealer. I will give you some sponges. We've got some. What's that, sweetie?
Is that like the
Here you
dough
go.
applicator or something?
I have one.
Sponge. See, I
She got-
wanted
she
to
got-
use
oh,
that.
which piece?
Oh, I never thought about using the dough
Quarter.
foot. Aren't
Yeah.
you smart? See, you teaching me stuff.
See, we put it together.
Better together. Okay. Now, once we, you got it, girl.
Well, you started talking and I could only do one thing.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine. So let's do close for me, pumpkin seed. Come right in here. Start in here because you and I were deep there. So by doing this on our eyelid, now take your little sponger dude and close for me.
Funny thing
And
is,
we're
I know
gonna
Ange does
come here
this
and
every day.
Sponge it out so that we get a nice
Mhm.
even complexion. The other thing that this does is it makes your eyeshadow more true to color because if you have a brown eyelid and you put purple on that, it's going to turn a raisin color. You're not actually going to get the purpley pigment. You might get dark right there. Do you ever wear glasses?
No.
No? Oh, I get so dark
Should
too
I?
for my
Yes.
glasses.
Should I? Yes.
There you go, pretty girl. Awesome. Okay. Now, we're going to do eyebrows because they're the most important feature on your face, okay? They show our emotion too, so that helps people. That's how I always say, my youngest taught me a new saying the other day. It's not appropriate, but it's like, ooh, mom, that was the bitch brow. I was like, thank you. You don't have to have crazy mean face. You can just have some eyebrows that convey emotion, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some eyebrow tint and we're gonna brush it in, okay? Now, if you've never used eyebrow tint, this is a fantastic product. I'm gonna use the dark blonde on Megan. And I will tell you, when you first get these, you have to get the excess off. Or when you first use it, you've gotta get that excess off. You're gonna end up looking like Frida Kahlo or Groucho Marx, okay? But I'm just gonna get some of this on here. Also, did you know that when you have a tube, whether it's mascara or concealer or one of these, put it in and kind of swirl it. Don't pump the wand in and out because it actually puts air in there and makes it more dry. So all I'm gonna do is brush upward. If you want it to look more full, brush upward and out. If you brush down, it makes them look thinner. So if you ever have somebody who's got very thick brows, that's a great way to like soften them is by brushing them down. You should do that every single day. Look at how much bigger and more open her eye looks. That's huge on her.
So natural.
It does. You would never know. It's not like, whoa, Megan got out her eyebrows.
What color
I
do you
actually
normally
have
use?
been using it since Christine's
Well, I
birthday, but
usually use
not very big, so I
the
don't
one
know.
Grace used to use.
We'll
but
get
I think
products,
I-
yeah. But
Yeah.
I actually have
Do you
been,
want to try?
I
Do
noticed
you want to
the
try
difference, too.
brunette?
It's huge.
Because
It's a
just
huge
turn
difference.
red.
Because don't you remember
See,
we
I
talked
do
about
brunette,
my
but it doesn't
not
really
squinty
turn my
eyes?
head.
It's not
I haven't
squinty
tried
eye.
it.
Let's
You
try
just
the
have a
brunette.
deep
If
set
anything,
eye.
we'll take it
Now
off.
this is a blonde, okay?
Yeah.
And Kelly,
Yeah,
this
do
is
the
a
dark
must
blonde,
because here's the
but-
thing: you have brows; they're just so fair.
I know.
That's the way it is with
And here's the other thing: we all get lighter from the center point outward. So if we don't put something on, then it looks like our brow stops here. So we just look surprised.
What color did you say this is?
I use dark blonde on you, and then I'm using blonde on you. Now, Tate, you could go either way. Do you
See,
like
I
that
like
color
that.
better,
I like
or do you like the
I like
first
the
one?
brunette.
It doesn't
Mhm,
matter.
I
I
do
usually
too.
use blonde. So.
That's what I was just
I
gonna
have no
say.
eyebrows.
So, Brandy, I will say for you, you might want to take a brow liner
Mhm.
and then put in a little, like a darker liner to give you some shape, and then fill it in with a softer tint.
Yeah. So then, if you did, would she? Because she would then do probably brunette liner and then a dark blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now she just tried the brunette
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah.
there.
So you could do that. Do you have some ash, or you could?
I use mine. I brought my whole makeup
So
bag.
do a brunette, brunette brow
I was
liner,
going to, and then I totally
and
loved
then
it.
do
I was
the
going to
dark
embrace
blonde.
Well,
I
see,
got
that's
it.
why I did it, because Alan
Just
said,
like
oh,
you
we'll have
did
it all
have
later.
it
I was
on
like,
too.
oh,
But
but
it's
I
same
like
thing.
mine.
That's why I did not bring mine either.
Well, and then
I
I
brought
was
brushes,
waiting.
but that was
How do
it.
you get them
I
like
ordered
that?
a bunch of
So
product
what you're gonna do? So
a week
the
ago, and it
liner
was
for
supposed to
you
be
is
here
gonna have
yesterday,
to
so I waited and waited and waited and
We're
waited
gonna
for my
go
box
yours
to
up
show up
like
before I went to
this, and then
Manchester for the
go up
weekend.
and-
It never showed up. I was
And
so mad
then
because I got
we
myself the brush because
Oh,
I've
the
been
heart-shaped
wanting
brush?
one since I met Allison.
You're gonna
So
go
I got
down
that for
underneath,
myself. Like
on
I have a
top, and then you'll
skincare, like the
cover it
men's
with the
skincare
lighter,
lines in
and
there
they'll
that
put
I have
fuller.
sold,
I don't
but
use
it's in
brown
that
liner for
box.
but look how that one's fuller now.
Yeah.
So-
Because I brushed it up. Because
I
you
was,
have
like, really
fine
banking on
hairs
that
around
box
here, too,
being there, and it
that-
wasn't.
It's rare though that they don't show up.
So
That's
cool.
that's
Well,
rare.
and
Yep,
here's
so
the thing,
pull up.
FedEx was like, oh,
And
it should be there
then,
between
instead of
10
going
and
like
2.
right
Never
where
showed
that,
up. One on
Yeah.
the
I'm taking
thing,
it
and I was like,
and
well, my package
actually
isn't
going
here.
down right
Try to
to the
call
above
them.
it.
You think you can
You
get a
feel that?
customer representative
Oh, no.
for them?
Yeah.
And then if
So
you
it's
tell the
grabbing the
machine you
fine
want one,
hairs.
they hang up on
There
you.
you go.
Oh, that's
Ugh.
lovely.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well,
Okay, so yeah,
I was
brush up,
trying to
and
call
then you're
him
gonna come
'cause if
down,
it wasn't
not
gonna get
directly
delivered,
on
I
it,
was
but
just
up
gonna
a
have
little
him
bit.
hold it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Usually
just gonna
pretty-
pick it up
So,
here because it's
liner.
from,
So like
it's coming
top
from the
basically
view.
outline
You
it.
basically outline it, yeah,
Okay.
yep,
Oh.
yep. And then it
So
will
you
fit,
guys-
the brow
now
tint will
it's in the
tie it
truck.
all together.
In Wisconsin again, and
but you
I'm
don't
here.
fill it in because the
Right,
brow line,
right.
the tint is
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at our, when we think about Mary Kay, one of the things I always say, we never want to be pushy. Like that's most of the new consultants' biggest fear. I don't want to be pushy, and I don't want to look creepy. Okay? Makeup doesn't look creepy. Creepy makes you look creepy. Okay? So here's the other thing though too. If you tell somebody I'm a consultant or a sales director with Mary Kay, they shouldn't be like, really? Okay, like we should look like we're, that we represent our product, okay? Doesn't mean you have to put it on with a shovel, right? Like, but knowing how to put it on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do eyes, and I'm gonna teach you a trick today. We're gonna go from the darkest shade to the lightest shade. And the reason for that is because if you do the lightest shade first to the darkest, you end up with this big lump of dark color at the end, and a lot of times it doesn't want to blend as well. This will make that not a problem. So we're gonna start with the darkest. What that also means is I need all of you not to freak out, okay? Because I've never lost a patient to dark eyeshadow, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with your darkest color. So let's do something out of your comfort zone today, okay? Okay, here's what you need to remember. When you do dark color, that usually sets something back or hides something. When you brighten it or lighten it, it comes forward, okay? So when I look at someone's eye shape, I'm always looking for what do I want to recede back and what do I want to bring forward, okay? So on your eye shape, little pumpkin, I'm going to use, can I borrow one of these?
Yeah, please.
Okay. We're gonna do Sweet Plum, okay? Sweet Plum, okay? Now what I'm gonna do with that, close your little eyes. I'm gonna bring on your eye shape, I'm gonna bring it right along your eyelashes, and I'm gonna use it more like a pencil than I am a paddle. And I'm gonna bring it into the crease. So along your lashes and into the crease, okay? Now look at me for a second. Okay. And initially everybody's always like, whoa, okay? Calm down.
I love their
Okay.
faces.
Close
You
for
have
me.
to warn people at
I'm gonna bring
parties.
it right
Oh,
up
last
here.
night was
Little
so
front.
funny. I put Merlot on one of the
Yeah.
bridesmaids.
Flip it over
And I was like,
blend it out.
Don't freak out. And she like opened her eye and she like looked, she started laughing. I was like, you'll be fine.
There we go. Okay. Looks like a good punch until I finish it. There you go. Go nuts. Okay. Now, Megan, on your eye shape. Okay. This is one of my all-time favorite colors. It's called Cinnabar. Okay. So close for me. You have a strong brow bone. So about 3/4 of the way in, I'm gonna put this like in a sad face right on your brow bone. And I'm gonna pull up towards the outside. A lot of people, when they're doing their eye makeup, they want to go like this, and pull down, and it makes your whole face look like it's kind of drooping. So see how nuts that looks? Okay, looks crazy. Now I'm gonna flip it over to the blank side, and I'm gonna blend it. And when you blend, it doesn't mean you blend it all the way. Look up for me for just a second, close for me. And then I'm gonna just soften the lines, because I just want it a little softer. Open for me. Look at how much better that looks already, and I'm not even done, okay? And here's the other thing too. Look at how much more open her eye looks like open on that end, or on
Looks
that
like
side.
she had like an
An
eye
eye
lift.
lift, right? It's okay to love me forever. I'm gonna call this one Baby Grace, okay? Or Grace Sun, okay? I don't know. Do we know what it is? No. No. Grace or Grace Sun, okay? Now, what colors do you normally wear, Kelly?
I normally wear like more lighter or neutral because I've never,
Okay.
because I'm afraid of.
So is it neutral
I'm-
brown, neutral gray?
Either or. It just depends on my mood.
Okay, sister. So look at me for a second, okay? So you're what we call just a smudge close set, which means you don't have as much space in here, and your natural proclivity, especially with, do you wear glasses? Yep, so do I. We get dark in here, okay? So what we're gonna do, close for me, is we're gonna, about halfway over your eyeball, we're gonna give you a little, we call it color block right here, and I want you to see where I put that, okay? It looks nuts, okay? Now I'm gonna flip it over to your blank side and blend it. Because what we wanna do is we wanna give you some more crease that your eye doesn't have as naturally. Open for me. Close. You'll also notice I don't bring your eye makeup all the way out here. It'll just make your eye like look like it's tipped down more. This will give you a nice, like, flirty eye. Open for me. Okay.
She's gonna go home. Matt's gonna be like, hey.
I actually got my makeup done. Okay, pretty girl. What have you been wearing for color?
I just kind of wear just like neutral.
Neutral color?
Rose, what color did you put on?
Cinnabar. I love Cinnabar. I use it all the time. What color's your skirt? It's also blue. Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you wear, on your shirts, would you be more inclined to wear pink or peach?
Like if I were to pick between peach,
Would you wear white or beige?
beige,
Okay. Would you wear like a shamrock green or a khaki green color?
probably khaki.
Okay, so she picked all warm tones. Okay, so I'm gonna keep her in the warm tone family. Okay, this color is called Hot Fudge. Okay, now Taylor, you are a small person. If I put lots of huge dark color on you all over the place, it's gonna squish you. Okay, so instead what we're gonna do, close for me, is we're gonna come, we're just gonna do a V. We're gonna use it like a pencil, and it's gonna be a V in this crease of your eye. And this color is called Hot Fudge. And I love this color because it gives a lot of potent color, but we can use it in the right spot and it doesn't overwhelm your eye. Okay? Yeah, that looks awesome. Skylar's gonna be like, woo-hoo. Let's go out to Keeler Mall tonight. Okay. Now, what have we been wearing lately?
Black.
I sent Brandy a meme one time that was like, what color? My favorite colors: dark black, light black, heather black. She wears all black.
I'm surprised she doesn't have black on right now.
I know.
I
Who picked
know.
out that jacket for you?
Oh, this is a different one, but you did pick.
I did.
the
I
white
made her
one.
buy a white jacket one time. I'm like, come to the light, Brandy. Come.
Yeah.
What do you wear for your eyeshadows?
Just browns probably.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do today. Okay, Brandy's eye color is one of my favorites. I'm gonna use this really pretty mid-tone called Dusty Rose,
Why do
and I'm
this
gonna
now?
teach you how to make a crease in your eye that you don't naturally have. So close for me. We're gonna make a sad face right here over your eyeball, and at the end of your eye, we're gonna pull up. So sad face and then pull up. Okay, now looks nuts. Okay, let me grab a brush because I want to show you.
Oh, here. Do you want to use mine?
Do you have the blending brush by any chance?
I-
That one will
yeah.
work, the all over brush. Okay, so look at me. I'm gonna come in here and do a soft. Open for me. Now, close for me. I love it. Okay, now you do the other one because I won't be in your bathroom unless we have a major malfunction. Okay, now Ash, what colors do you normally wear?
A little bit of everything. So, Merlot, that one palette with like the pink, the black, that sparkly lighter black. I love that. And I love that new with the orange and the gold. And
Okay.
so I'm all over the place. That's why I was like, I want to see what you put on me.
Did you know that your eye colors and your makeup colors are actually based on your skin tone, hair color, and eye color? Because if this looks good, this looks good. Okay? Now, on yours, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to make a sad face, but I want to keep a light streak right above or right underneath your brow. So I'm going to make a sad face here. I'm going to pull up at the end of your brow. Now, I want you to see it before I blend. Okay?
You used Cinnabar, didn't you?
I did. Love Cinnabar as a mid-tone.
I get
Open
that
for me.
holding my head. Like I hold people's heads, and I'm
Huh?
like, I must have learned that from Grace.
It probably is. Yeah. I love when I hear you guys doing things and I'm like, oh, that's a Graceism.
My gosh.
Now,
When
okay,
you start talking like Grace, it's like
your mid-tone
that's Grace. That just
or
came
your
out.
middle color, look at me for a second, looks so good already. I cheer for myself sometimes, Caitlin.
I have to laugh because the second time I met Allison, this is the color she
Is
put
it
on.
really? So now, we're going to make a sad face now, right over your eyeball. Okay? But I want you to see it's still light right underneath your eyebrow.
I did
Okay.
not do this this
I'm
night.
going to flip you over here.
I got the earrings yesterday.
Open for me.
So cute.
Look at how pretty that looks already.
I need some sun.
What's that?
I didn't do it right.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna talk to B.
You're darker than me right now.
Girl. It's craziness. Okay.
Sound like Anna. Girl.
Girl. I didn't do it.
Okay. This color is called Candlelight. To look great against your skin tone.
While she's doing that,
Sorry,
guys,
sorry.
everybody is doing vendor shows. Make sure, and you put your lipsticks out for people to try. Make sure they're not in direct contact with sun. They bubble.
Yep.
Yes, they bubble, and these will melt. Will melt.
Which, hold on, I can't see which one you have on.
I was gonna say, what do you have?
Oh,
They will melt. So
See
have
how
them
you
out
light
with
your
you to
lid
make sure
and
they're
how
the
much
shade
more
not
open that
direct.
makes your eye look?
Yeah, it's on that bubble. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, Kelly, we're gonna use this rose gold color on you. Have you ever used it? Oh my gosh, today's the
Grace's
day.
looks way better than mine.
So let's talk about that for a minute. Brandy, say louder what you just said.
No, you weren't supposed to hear that. I think Grace's looks way better than mine.
Now, look at the
I'm
difference in
thinking
your two
more
eyes.
like over here. It's like a little cat ear.
So Grace's eye looks better than mine. Why do you suppose that is?
Well, you've been doing it longer.
Like a lot longer. And I've done 1 squillion faces,
Yeah.
okay? It's
You
gonna
get
look
it to
better.
look like
But
that.
it was, I remember Shannon LePay used to say, oh, let me grab this more. She goes,
There's
Grace,
some right in front of you, Grace.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
so
Or you
sorry.
can use
Thank
mine
you.
too, yeah.
She goes, I just want to be able to know all the stuff that you know and say it the way you say it. And I'm like, okay, then do this for a really long time and practice
Yeah.
every day. You'll get better. Okay, now on you,
One
Tootsie.
thing is, don't be afraid to do live videos saying, hey, I'm trying a new eye look. Hold up the picture. I've done it and I've bombed it before. And then I'm like, you too could be a sales director. But I tell them, I'm like, I have to practice too. Because it doesn't
Yeah.
come overnight. And I think it gives people confidence knowing like, okay, I just tried this once. Now I'm going to try it a couple of days, right?
Yeah. We're gonna put this
Yeah.
on, and I
I
want
need
it
to
right
make
here over your
videos. I
brow
don't like
bone, but we wanna keep it light right underneath your eyebrow.
And I don't want you to bring it too close in here, Taylor, because I don't want you to look squished. Okay? So just this spot right here. Right there. I love that. And look at the difference that makes in your eye. Okay. Now.
How do you know what colors to put together?
So that's a great question. So the first thing I try to discern is, do they prefer cool tones or do they prefer warm tones? So if they go towards peach, beige, olive, green, they're warm, okay? And the warm tones, they're gonna be the ones that are more gold. They're gonna be the ones that are more of a brown, like a cinnabar color, although cinnabar can kind of go both ways. If they are more of a cool person, pinks, grays, navies, okay? Then gray, mauve tone. But here's the bottom line. Our color palette is so neutral. You can really pretty much put anything with anything and it looks fine. It really does. You can't jack it up. Oh,
That's what I do. I just look at it.
And all else fails, take some moonstone and just blend it out.
right.
okay. We're gonna do, this is gonna be rose gold. Do you ever
That's
play with
pretty
rose gold? Love this color. So on yours, we need to pull this lid out a little bit. So we're gonna,
Lights in this thing so I can actually see, like.
Is it, do you have one?
Yes, you should.
You should have bought them.
I know, I have to put the batteries in.
Oh, gotcha.
open for me.
Lazy.
Oh, that's fun.
Right?
I had
So
that, but I
along
just
your
never
lash
did.
line and then this inside part.
Okay.
Okay, pretty girl.
Wait, how? All the way over here?
Did I jack
Uh-huh.
this up real bad?
No, you did
Okay.
great.
Okay.
I got batteries now.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just telling you. It's been a day.
Hey, I'll get happier here.
Can't help to laugh at myself.
Hey, we're more
Right along your eyelashes.
What'd you call it? Rose gold, right?
You got it, girl. And on you, don't be afraid to like pull that eyelid up a little bit and really get in there. Open for me. Now,
I
look at
bought them
that.
for, I was supposed to go to Texas in July.
Okay.
but,
Is that the
I'm
rose
not
gold
gonna
too?
anymore.
No, it's
Nope,
frosted
that's
iris.
frosted iris. Yep.
There you go. Okay, now.
You're funny. Listen, you're a goofball. I have
I want
plans
to get
in
my hair
August.
done on Tuesday.
I'll
See all my grays.
The first weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna be back.
When are you guys going this year?
It's the 29th, 30th, 1st and 2nd.
Of August?
No.
No, or July?
July, yeah. Uh-huh.
Look at you. Look at you.
What was the second color you used?
Dusty Rose.
And what's this one?
That is Moonstone.
Your hair
Okay.
is going to usually.
You know what, Allison? I did absolutely nothing to it.
Okay.
I actually,
Now,
so I
this color is
showered
called
last night and
Biscotti.
I was like, oh, I don't want to hit
It's gonna
this.
go
I
right
was
up
gonna
underneath
straighten
your
it today.
eyebrow.
I threw my hair up in a
And
bun
then
last
lighten
night.
on the
Oh, it
inside
was
just
still
a little
wet.
bit. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a
And
blank
I woke up
applicator
this
that
morning,
is
it was
a
curly,
bit
and
We're gonna blend
I'm staying at Tyler's mom's house watching the dog,
Okay, for me.
and she had moose there, and I'm like,
love that.
I think your mom would
I
blend
love
the
it. I
dog
love
for
it.
roots, and he
Okay.
goes, no, I don't think so. So
Your final
I
color,
literally
should you
just
choose to accept it,
put it in so that it would hold.
is also gonna be Biscotti. Love Biscotti color. Close for me.
Now, Grace, can I ask a question here for you? Because you started with the dark colors 1st.
Mhm.
I always did biscotti on my whole eye
Mhm.
after the concealer. Would you recommend not doing that?
Not necessarily. Only for the fact, open for me, that for a lot of people, if they do that, they end up whitewashing their eye and it makes it look really flush on their head.
Good to know.
There you go, pretty girl. What do you think of that?
Oh, I like it.
Glad. Okay.
Oh, I keep pushing you away.
Nope, you're good.
Hazelnut, I want to use something. Listen. We're gonna use rose gold on you, babe.
Like how I took a picture after.
Actually,
So great.
Actually, no. I want to use candlelight. I'm gonna use candlelight. I want that instead. So we're gonna come up here. It's gonna go right underneath your eyebrow. Right in here. We want to lighten this part up. This is a really cool part of your eye that not everybody has, Taylor. So we're gonna bring that in, okay? And I want you to then just a little bit.
And it starts, right?
Yeah. Don't remember this all too well. Look at me.
You're so pretty.
Okay, this is the color you want, right there. There you go, pretty girl. Okay. Now. Okay. Your final color. Use this called Stormy.
I like that one.
So close for me. Now, on the end of your eye, I'm gonna pull up, and I'm just gonna put this one right here in a slash. Okay. Now I want you to see it before I blend it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Actually, I lied. I want to put a little bit right here. And I'm gonna blend it. Open for me.
Oh, that's fun.
Look at me for a second. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Look at me, Brandy. Ooh.
Okay, now on you, Tootsie, we're gonna finish you with a soft tone. So I get it match.
Where did you put? So you put it down here, and then
So what I did is you're gonna make a line. Start up here and bring it down just to the lashes. Don't bring it all the way over. Now, I'm gonna use the rose gold to finish this out. You ever use that color? Okay, so I'm gonna bring this right up underneath your eyebrow. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Open for me. Close. Now, I love that. Now, I'm gonna teach you all something really important. It's called a finisher shade, which is just where I take a soft shimmer and put over the top of it so it blends and we don't have any harsh lines, okay? So I'm gonna use on Caitlin Golden Mauve. Okay, and so close for me. And I'm just gonna bring this about halfway. I'm gonna make a sad face right here, about halfway in, and I'm just gonna blend. Open for me. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now, again, a finisher shade, just make sure that you have nothing too dark or heavy. Now on Megan, I'm gonna use this great copper tone color. It's one of my favorites. Close for me, don't worry, I've never lost a patient.
I feel like that's
So I'm just gonna bring it a
orange,
little bit
didn't it?
here into this like crease,
Right in
and then
there.
blend it out.
Do you see it?
And it just makes sure we don't have any harsh lines. Open for me.
Yeah, I
I
think
love
you're
that.
kinda
And here's the other thing.
harder
Look at how
because
like
some of ours
whiskey
are on the
colored
side
that
of
makes
the
your
Yeah.
eyes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the exact
I
same
do
thing on
like
you.
that how it
Holy
kind of
cow.
did though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the color combination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet pig.
I never play with Cinnabar.
This
Yeah.
one's called burnished bronze. Open for me. Every day. I would wear that every day. Burnished bronze. I swear I'm not going to use it on everybody, but I am going to use it on YouTube. Because this one's going to make your eyes so green, Taylor, which is my favorite thing. Close for me. We're going to bring this right out here. You're going to have to be like, Skylar, take me out tonight. Open for me. Do you guys have something fun?
Tonight?
Uh-huh.
So he actually had to leave this morning to go to AT for 2 weeks.
Oh, for guard.
Yep, so he got home about 10 o'clock last night and he packed and then he had to leave at 8 o'clock this morning.
Bless this little
Oh,
pumpkin
I think I
heart.
saw the whole train leaving
So
the
right here.
airport. There was a bunch of a ton of military
Flip for me.
cars coming onto the highway.
Every day.
What'd you use?
Golden mauve.
You just did it all
I'm gonna do
over?
golden mauve. And for you, I just want it right out here, just to blend this line with the cinnabar. Flippin' love that ash.
Where did you put it?
So
Right here?
close for me. I'm just gonna use the blank side. Look up for me.
Oh.
Right here, just this outside corner.
Okay.
But keep this light. This has to stay light on your eye.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So tell me something you learned so far.
It's okay to put 4 colors on.
4 colors on a 3-dimensional object is a smart thing. So we're gonna put on eyeliner now. If you will make your eyeliner tip up at the end, it makes your whole eye tip up, okay? So I would do like a steely gray on her. And then I'm thinking for you, dearest, we are going to use a brown. And on you, I definitely
I
want
think
a
she
brown.
said it was golden mauve.
And on you, I want a brown. And on you, I want a gray. Actually, I want to do a black on you. And then on you, I also want to do a black. Now, I'm going to show, can I use you as my model, babe?
Yeah. You want me to stand or just?
No, right here.
Okay.
This is fine. Okay? So when because it's black, so this will help. Okay, so I'm going to take this black one, and what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of push it up here on the end, and then bring it across her lash line 3/4 of the way. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it's going to tip her whole eye up. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to take her applicator now, the one with the dark shade, and I'm going to smudge it because harsh lines don't look good on our faces and they actually make us look kind of older. See how soft and pretty that looks? She looks young, she looks put together, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I would also do 3/4 of the way on the bottom. And if you need help with eyeliner, just tell us and we will get you some help.
Come on over.
I want help.
So close for me. Okay.
How do you keep the eyeliner on the bottom? Mine always goes away.
I don't put it on the lash line. Or the watermark. The water line is where
I
you
don't
lose
either.
it.
I put it right here, and then
Close
it just
for me?
makes me look tired.
All right, so she went kind of
So it
thicker
means that
right
you're
here.
just,
She said.
you probably have more
There.
water eyes.
See how pretty
You
that
can
is?
do,
Doesn't have to be dark and heavy and crazy.
but
I love
there
this.
is
I would also do open it
a
up
little
for me.
jar that you could try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
Or
that
try
in
the
past.
Love that.
waterproof one.
Love that,
That's
love
what I
that,
use.
love that.
Okay, or you can try an
Yes.
eyeshadow. Do like a hot
So,
button or an espresso
Here, watch Megan, this
and
will
do
help
that
too.
along.
Right here. So make it thicker on the
So she's
outside.
like,
And then bring
So
it
this
across.
is up
Thicker on the outside and then bring it across.
here.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at how much that tips your whole eye up already. Now I'm gonna just take this in and smudge it.
Okay, so now take a
Open
look.
for
See
me?
how crazy that looks?
Up that.
Right? Now,
And
with
remember,
your dark
this isn't
color,
even
the
a
darkest
scalpel. I
one.
can't even do anything good
Here.
with this.
Alright.
Just gonna get it as close to your lash line as I can. And I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna smudge it out. Open for me. Look at how much bigger your eye
okay,
looks.
but so you're doing it like right
Always
here.
usually do that.
Yeah, so you're doing it up
exactly.
here. You're not even going all the way down to here. You're doing it up. So you're gonna start like right
Close for
here.
me. We're gonna be
Down.
doing this for your wedding
Right
here
here?
pretty soon,
Yeah.
kiddo.
And it's thicker. Yep.
We're gonna
So-
take it.
Even
It's
more
gonna
up.
be here.
Even more up. Yep.
Like that.
And thicker and even thicker, honey.
Like
On the
thicker
very-
down here.
on the up here on the outside. Yep.
Oh.
Yep, the thicker.
Open for
'Cause
me.
you want it to open your
Open for me
eyes.
and look at me. She's so pretty. So what are you doing tonight? Are you going out with Grandma?
I was gonna stop
Okay,
and-
so you actually went,
Grandma?
so
Is Grandpa
you
home?
see there's a
No,
space
I
there?
don't have
Yeah.
You would come down a little bit lower,
Okay.
okay? And
Always
let's go
down
up
there,
a little
isn't
bit higher.
Yeah.
I know it looks crazy, feels crazy,
Okay, now,
but now
we're gonna
take
do
this and blend it
mascara
out.
and start finding foundation shades.
Did I do that side close to what she did?
Oh yeah, yeah. You could actually go a little bit more up. Like you could go a little bit more up here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me see, baby.
Mhm.
You just meant like right here?
yeah.
Okay.
Just a little. Yep, there you go.
You're good. You're not bad.
Yep,
Close
and
for
a
me.
little bit more out.
The only difference is I'm
That
gonna
way?
hold.
There you go.
The only
Yep, and
difference
now so
between
yeah.
what you did and what I did is
That's
I
awesome.
just did it more assertive.
This is actually how I've got to do the girls'
nervous about
liner
it, so close
for the
your eyes.
wedding that I
I'm
just
gonna
did
put it on
last
Oh,
night.
that's awesome because
I
that's
know
like
that I
my
can
eyes,
blend it out.
it
Don't be
tilts
afraid of
down
it.
so
Yeah.
much.
For me?
Yeah.
Girl, you
Oh
got
my
it.
gosh.
Actually, like your eye better than mine.
Let's see.
Okay.
What's going
Now,
on?
Oh,
we're gonna do
you went down
bottom,
too low. So you
lashes.
actually went down here. You went to come right down here.
I don't wear eyeliner like that. I'm
Well-
sure you did do one.
It's just new to. That's what I mean. It's new to you.
You said we're going to mascara next, Grace?
Yes.
Okay.
Bottom lashes first. Top
Yep.
lashes second.
I'm going to use my own.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. Excellent.
Here you go, pretty girl. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, is that his wedding ring around your neck?
No.
It's cute though.
So when he got me my promise ring, that way he would have something with him, I got us.
I love that. I love that. He's a good boy. At least this time's only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I know that deployment was really hard on him.
Does that look right?
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Yes.
There you go, babe. Okay. What are you thinking?
I gotta practice this.
Takes time, but you'll learn it.
Yeah, with the way you had me do my liner, that's how the lady for the bride that I just did last night, that's how she wants her
See,
eyeliner.
it makes it's. And here's the thing: it always makes people look younger too. Oh my God! Look at your eyes, Megan.
I know.
Oh, shut up. Love it. Okay, now while you're putting on your, did we do? I gave you some, right? Yep. Okay, good. And now we're gonna pick foundation. Okay. So my question is, what does your skin do in the sun? Do you burn in the tan? Do you tan right away, or do you burn and turn a darker shade of white?
I burn in the tan.
Okay, you're pretty fair, but I'm gonna bet you're a beige 150. Now, this is the part that I think is, don't you think foundation is one of the most daunting pieces for consultants?
It is because chances are you're not going to get it right the first, second, or third time, especially if you're new. It is okay. Like, you know, but I think it's stepping out of that comfort zone, being like, hey, I'm probably going to be wrong, and it's okay. And we'll figure it out.
When you're finding foundation shades, we stripe test on the forehead. Because when we look at someone, we see their face and we see their chest. And so we need to be able to see if those two things are gonna be congruent, okay? So we're gonna stripe test on the forehead, okay? So this is a beige 150, okay? What's that?
You just symboled me.
I
symboled you.
That's funny. Okay, now we're gonna put this on and we're gonna use a, oh my gosh, when we got our dog, Sam, for some reason, he memorizes movies and he's like, it's the circle of life. And he kept doing that, and now
Oh, they do that to my dog and my cat all the time. My kids, they'll be like, Savannah! Yeah.
And I'm just like, you guys. And now he's like 50 pounds, and I'm like, can't do that anymore. He's
Yeah.
like, now we're gonna do foundations here, and what I want you to understand: if someone says they burn and then tan, what's their undertone?
No.
Neutral.
Neutral. Sorry.
Neutral. Nope. It's totally fine.
I
So
knew that.
neutral is when they burn and then tan. Now a lot of people are gonna tell you, oh, I just tan, and they're not. They still burn across. I'll say, so you don't burn it all through your nose or on the tops of your shoulder. Oh, well, I'll do that. A lot of people around here are neutral undertones because we're European descent and they have a lot of that undertone, okay? If they tan right away, okay, I mean they just never ever burn, they're warm. That's the one that's warm. And if they burn and burn and burn and burn and turn a darker shade of white, then they're cool. Okay, then they were cool. Now I will tell you, a lot of people, so like Brandy and I, we both have a lot of pink undertone, but we don't want our pink to show through. So I'm gonna use a neutral to get rid of her pink, okay? Now, what do you do in the sun?
Okay.
You burn in the tan. Now here's the thing.
Sometimes I tan, sometimes I just.
Okay. She's very olivey. Do you see that? She's a very neutral complexion. So like if you look at her and I together, like we're pretty similar. We could probably go cool or neutral, so I'm gonna put a neutral on her. And I'm gonna bet her to be, you're pretty fair, pretty princess. Let's try, I'm still gonna put a beige 150 on you because I think you're gonna be what I call a cruiser, which means I would put the
Oh,
ivory
dang.
160
I didn't
on
see
you, and
her
then I would
eyes.
do, like,
That looks great. Yeah.
There we get it. She's beige 150. Neutral. There you go. Now, when you put on your foundation, you want to use a sponge or a brush. Now, the brush I brought for her today is actually our blending brush. This has really tightly packed hairs in it, so it's going to give you a fuller coverage, okay? So, like, I love this one because you can dot it into place and then blend down, and it really gives some nice coverage. So, like, I'm going to show you, she has a little bit of natural pink to her cheeks. So I'm just gonna dot it in, and then I'm gonna do soft downward strokes, and you're gonna see that it doesn't take very much at all to give some nice coverage. I absolutely love this brush. It's what I use too, because my red is just so, I have so much redness. I will say though, I've been using the orange booster serum, and that one has helped a lot.
I'm not a fan of that brush as much.
I tried it once and I really liked it, but I just never got one for myself.
Well, see, I usually, like during the winter, I'll wear the cream to powder.
What's that,
So then I'll
sweetheart?
use the sponge.
breakouts on my nose.
Which,
Have you
that goes
charcoal
on
masked
great with it.
lately?
When I do the liquid,
Are you wearing
I always
sunglasses
use
all
a-
the time?
foundation brush.
Wipe down your sunglasses.
My daily is a CC cream.
Beige 150. And Megan, if you don't love me, I'm not really sure what else I could do. Holy
I can
fuck.
love you forever.
Yeah.
That's
You can love me forever.
Cookie Study powder.
Okay, Kel, what does your skin do in the sun?
Yeah.
Burn and burn.
I
Okay.
got
So
beige
you're a
150,
cool
But
undertone.
I'm already
Do you
done
like
with
your
that already.
pink? I think we need.
I need a little bit of color. I tried like the lightest one.
Go, Steve. But here's the thing, you're even lighter on your body than you are on your face because you have some freckling on the face. So,
I mean,
CC cream
the
right
white,
now.
the lightest because I
wear
just
it
use like a
every day.
little sample.
I've already had to get it
I
medium to
actually,
deep.
if I put like silky sunny over it,
I just graduated to light to medium.
I really know. I feel like a ghost.
So-
I am a ghost.
so here's the
My
thing, we
face
definitely want to
isn't
put a
as dark
color
as, like,
on
my
you
body
that
is.
matches you,
Like,
but then
I'm
absolutely we
dark
can use powders
because
to warm you up,
you know.
okay? Which I'll show
Like
you
my
all how to
face
do
isn't-
that today.
so I gotta,
Let's
like, match
do,
it.
okay, that's an ivory 110. That's gonna be too dark.
Because I tried the ivory. I think the lightest
The
one
100.
is the one that I tried.
I feel like the
It's
110
covered.
is even gonna be too light. I mean, that's
You're
really
very what?
light.
But I was like, I don't
Especially
know
because
how-
here's the thing, that would match your
Getting my hair
chest,
done.
but
can
it's
barely
it's
see
gonna
your
ghost
grace.
you out on
Would
your
you
face.
shut your
Let's
mouth?
try. What are you two doing down there? Am I gonna have to separate you?
She's like, my grace. I was like, what grace? I'm like, you
I'm
can't even
getting-
barely see him.
My hair done on Tuesday.
She wants some. Did the CC cream? Is just this like the regular foundation? Like what is it?
So this is a great question. So the CC creams are more like a tinted moisturizer.
Right.
And what I love about those is that when they go on, they look really good, and they also handle heat really well. It's got an SPF in it, that kind of thing. This one is for coverage and lasting. This one will last all day. This is what we call a matte wear foundation,
Okay.
which means it also absorbs oil all day. Yes.
Yeah, I can tell it's not the CC cream.
Show
I
me,
just didn't
tell me
know
what you
it
think
was-
of your forehead, because I think that matches really nicely.
Did you do
That's
a
a lot
beige?
better than
Mhm.
what I
So
thought.
this is the beige 110C. So let's play with that one. Okay, Tay, what does your skin do in the sun?
I burn and
So that means she's gonna be a neutral, and she's pretty fair. So I'm gonna pull a 150 on her, and she may even be an ivory 160, but I think she's probably gonna still be fine in a 150. And there she is, beige
That's the
150.
beige right here. That's something new I learned because I was always ivory. That was our last time. I was like, oh, beige. I'm like, oh, she wants
They
ivory.
run light. These shades run
Yeah.
light. What about you, Pumpkin?
I burn and then tan.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull
Takes a
her.
while,
What shade would you guess her at?
And 150.
Okay, so if I did a 150, she's gonna be too light. 210, I think, is gonna be too dark.
190.
I think she's gonna be a 200,
Oh,
a
okay.
200 neutral. So let's see. She might pop up to a 210. She could surprise me.
If I get outside, maybe.
That's a 200 right there.
So do you
Okay,
always
yeah.
do your eyes first?
I do because there's going to be fallout no matter what, and so that way you can just wipe it off really easily. I will also tell you though, you have to get used to it because at first when you're doing it, you're like, my eyes are so dark, and then it's like, but it's not going to look that way once your foundation is on.
So I always
Like,
do
look
the
at how the
opposite.
makeup's already come alive now with all of them wearing their foundation.
Yeah.
What does your skin do in the sun?
I burn and then tan.
And what color have you been using?
I'm a normal beige on 150, but that's too light.
Yeah, we need to pop you up to a 190, I
Yep.
think. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already had to step up to the medium to deep
You
in
get
the
dark.
CC cream.
You
I
get
do.
dark.
My face doesn't get as dark as my body does.
No.
Because I
There
wear
you
a
are.
hat
That's
and all that.
perfect. You're 190. And always make sure you do, because even though you get color ash,
Mhm.
trust me, those biopsies are not fun.
Yeah.
One thing too,
I just
guys,
used
is
my brush
I've
this morning for the
realized,
first
'cause
time.
I've done so many color matches this past month, is that I always do the CC cream on people, right? And so I did this, and so like when I'm putting it on, even I second guess myself because I'm like, no, this color is their color, but it's full coverage, so you have to remember. And then it settles, and it almost the pH, everything, it settles just beautifully. So even if they question like, I don't know, say just give it a second, and don't second guess yourself in that color match. Especially like someone like Brandy, like because she's the pinker in that. If you would have seen her like dotted on,
Look
and
at
then
that,
there,
though.
it's beautiful.
So much better.
It's just beautiful.
No more pink.
Now, I personally, as a bronzer, use the Silky Setting Powder. They add more oil absorb. They add a setting to it so that it stays on longer. And so I usually either use, I also like that I have a better shade range. So if I have someone that's as fair as we are, I'm not going to put a dark beige or deep beige on us because we're going to look like we are, I don't know what we're going to look like. So instead I'm going to use the deep ivory on her.
Hey, Grace.
Yes, sweetheart.
What if you have like certain spots? Like I always have this vein. I try to get rid of it, but no matter what I do, it's
So when
always
you-
there. So like, when would you try and cover it up, or what would you cover it
That's
up
a
with?
great question. So before you put on your foundation, I would put on a concealer, let it dry all the way, and then when you're putting the foundation on around it, gently apply it, like kind of press the foundation in. Don't smear it because you'll move the concealer. That's what I would do. And here's the thing, when you have a vein or vascularity that's pushing against the skin, it changes the texture of the skin. And so that's why it doesn't want to stick as well either. So I will say, let it dry all the way before you put your foundation on.
Okay.
If you also though forget, you can do foundation or concealer over the top of it. You'd be fine. Now I'm actually going to use on her. I'm going to use the light beige. Okay. No, I don't. This is not going to give me enough color. I changed my mind. I do that sometimes. Deep beige. No. Deep ivory. There I am. Okay. So this is the deep ivory silky setting powder. Do you have an all over brush? There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take her all over brush. I'm going to get some of this powder in here. Tap off the excess, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is little C, big C. So I'm gonna do temple to cheek, temple to jaw. And this is just gonna give her a little bit of color without making it look like, whoa, Caitlin got out her bronzing stick today, okay?
Caitlin doesn't even own bronzing sticks.
Okay, now, if it were me doing her makeup, I would normally do a darker shade of bronzer on Megan, but she's here and she's due, so I'm gonna be really good today. Okay. Okay. So, little C, which is temple to cheek. Big C, which is temple to jaw, because I want it to be subtle so that she feels comfortable in it. And again, I do love this because it gives us just a little bit of color, but also too, no one would ever know that that girl has had contouring done. Okay? Now,
You always do little C first?
always.
Okay.
Unless I have someone who has a super strong squared jawline, I would probably start there on them.
Bad all over brush.
Are you using this what color?
What'd you do to that thing? Is it good?
Deep ivory.
This is my.
What color did you use, Emmy?
Deep ivory.
I use I use it for my translucent powder like every day.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I'm just like,
It looks like it's on steroids.
yeah, it's a little aggressive. It's really old. I
She
mean,
takes
like,
out her anger on it.
like,
It's
it's all like,
now I'm not.
I
Now I
she's
feel
using
better.
a lot of the
Okay.
same things. Yes. Like I would have not put the same things on.
Because here's the thing, you're both still in the
I
light
really love
phases.
my eyes
Yeah,
now that
maybe
I
it's
got
Yeah.
my foundation on.
I don't know.
Wow.
I would not have put the same thing on yours.
only thing you can
For a
definitely
lot
see
of
that this
them.
is dirty.
Not that I really know what I'm doing.
Definitely
anyway,
tell.
No, but like, here's the thing. I think a lot of people think that because we're dark brunette that we should automatically wear heavier colors, but it's not always true because part of it is also structure. If I put heavy eye colors on your eyes, it's gonna end up squashing your eyes shut.
Here with your.
So,
But I don't
Well,
need
let's
that.
be real
No.
too,
There you go,
Brandy.
you just
There's
had a
probably a
little
lot of
line
product in this thing. I washed it last week.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no problem.
It's hard to get it all out.
Oh gosh.
But what color are you using?
Yeah.
I'm using the deep beige on you too,
I
just
was like, you
because
don't
I
want to
can be
see my.
dramatic on you. I get makeup all over myself, I swear. Temple to cheek, temple to jaw. And because it's a powder, it's more subtle anyway. I just love that. It's okay to love it.
I do love it.
There you go. Now, we're gonna do blush last. Oops, we're not gonna use that one.
Just just use it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's just my normal one anyway.
I'll give you some extra powder too, to play with.
So much better than
The deep?
Yep.
Okay.
I know, it makes me really sad because
Look at
I've
that.
had it
Look at
where
the difference
people
that
will
makes in
call
the
me
shape of your
and
face.
Say, hey, can you come please come fix my
I
makeup?
love the
just got it
bronzing
done.
stick.
Mhm.
I use that like
Make sure you
all
tell
the
the
time.
company.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
makeup gets on my
Yeah.
collar.
Like Jesse's was a
Look at, I have it all over
And
me.
we were just like,
I get it on my.
I wish we would have.
I did wash
You
this.
would have known.
I wish you-
Before
I
you
wish
guys
I
would have
would've
called
been
me and then you all could go back house. Yeah, I know.
Oh, those pictures are forever. Like,
I know. That's okay. It wasn't my wedding.
Yeah, right.
My hair fell out. Everything. Nothing was worth the money.
it's so sad.
Okay.
My hair was out.
Grace, I've got a weird question.
Yeah.
I'm a sweater.
Okay.
Translucent powder. Is that okay to put on right now?
Now, we're gonna do blush. Where does blush belong? Blush belongs on this little part that sticks out when you smile. We don't want it up here by the eye. That looks like pink eye. Hashtag not a good look. Okay. We also don't want it in here. This makes us look old. Okay. And I think a lot of consultants could really, up their game
'Cause I'm
by just adding a little more blush. Okay. So I'm gonna come in here on her. This is the Rogue Rose. Okay. Now look at me for a second, cheeky baby. Can you take your glasses off for me? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Start in the back and come forward making circles. Because what that does is it gives you the most authentic
Oh,
blush
that's
look.
pretty.
Look at how soft and pretty that is. It's okay to love me forever. Okay, now. Okay. Now on Megan, I'm gonna use something that, I love Megan's bone structure, so I'm gonna use this one. This one's called Golden Copper. So we're gonna come in here
This is blush.
and do soft circles. And I'll teach you a trick. If you're using your cheek brush, put your thumb in this little indent, and it makes it the perfect, it gives you the perfect hold to get great blush. Also, because you have more natural oil to your skin, you're innately going to neutralize the color of blush. So put it on a little bit more in the morning, and that way you still got some at the end of the day. There you go, pretty girl.
What color did
I use Golden Copper.
I ordered myself a new one.
So this color is going to be rosy nude. I love this color because for us it adds warmth, but not redness. Does that make sense? Open for me. Take a look. What do you think of that? Oh, pretty. I'll teach you another trick too. So this, just a little bit of extra foundation too. This is a stackable foundation, so if I wanted to address that,
Just keep
I would
applying it
just
and
do
letting
a
it-
soft second layer and let it dry, and then I would buff that out with a powder brush, and it'll be.
Forget about the stackable.
What color did you say it was? Rosy nude.
Rosy nude. Okay. Now Taylor, I'm actually gonna use the same color on you. Actually, no, I'm not. You use Desert Rose. Ooh, it's gonna be so pretty.
I look a lot.
Yeah, that eyeliner too.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love that, Taylor. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Her eyes are so pretty.
I know. I'm thinking that might be a
Getting your wedding trial done.
Okay.
Is anybody else obsessed with the new cream
Love
lip
'em.
and cheek?
Mhm.
Oh, me too.
If anyone has a
I
key,
haven't played with them.
Oh,
mine.
Scared.
Brandy.
What, Brandy?
Okay, baby, take off the glasses.
What color did you use?
I know, I saw yours.
Desert Rose.
Can't wait.
And this
Wineberry.
is the wine.
I knew.
Look at what that does, though, Ash. I love it. I love it.
So that you go. See, I'm so scared to go that dark with a blush.
No.
Like I always feel like it's just too much.
Especially because you've got more oil and you do get warm, you're gonna neutralize it. Now, okay, even if you want to do a soft lip color, which is fine, like a nude, totally fine. You've got to put on layers of lipstick. Because if you don't, it's gonna come off. Okay? You don't use a stale day lip color, those have alcohol base in them. They're awful for your body, they're awful for your lips. But if you will layer lip color, so like do a lip liner, do a lip gloss, do a lipstick, it makes such a difference. So we're actually going to do lipstick and lip gloss today, okay? And here's what you need to understand about lip colors. They are going to be, you're going to turn things one of 4 shades. You're going to turn things more brown, pink, red, or orange based on your body's pH. So once we get this on, just let it sit for a minute, and if you don't like it, we'll take it off. But we've got to see what you do with it first. Kind of like what Al said with the foundation. Just like give yourself a second to adjust. So, on you. This is one of Shooty's favorite colors. My best friend Emily, this is her favorite color. It's called Raspberry Ice. Got it.
That's what Susan put on yesterday. Or Sharon.
Sharon?
Sharon. Kelly. Remember we were sitting there? Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever wear lip color, Megan? No! Okay. Today's the day. Okay.
I feel Megan can pull off so many different ones
She
with
can.
her.
She can.
Like,
That's the thing is because we're fair
Oh.
and we have the dark hair, we can pull off a lot of color, especially in our lips and our cheeks and stuff. So what do you think about a brown?
Whatever you
Okay. This one's called Spiced Ginger. I love this. And remember, no one has ever died for lipstick. Okay. Now.
Should I put this on first? My lips chapped.
Yep. Go for it. And I love that stuff.
So
Have you ever worn a red?
I never have really worn lipstick because my lips chap. So then I feel like
Go ahead and put that on. I got you, girl.
I don't like it.
This is called Red Smolder, and it's a coral red. And
This will be the next one on my card for
okay,
myself.
I'm not going to put red on you. Because I could feel her heart beating fast.
Yeah, I always like
I need to go back to using the regular eyeliner. Right now I use the liquid.
How do you feel about lip color, Taylor?
I usually always
That
go
looks
with
good.
a
Yeah, I like
Neutral?
that.
Is usually what I do.
Have you ever done a coral before? Like a really pretty corally color? I've got 2 things that I'm thinking of, and I just am deciding which one I want to do. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
I must pout a lot.
So, and
Use the
actually
ring
what I'm
color.
going to do, Taylor, now I
Oh,
know
you
what
did?
I'm
Wait,
going to
should I
do. We're
boost
going
it?
to do this lip
No,
liner,
the
and then we're going to
wrinkle
do the
color.
stick. Okay, now, so outline and color
Use
in
it
with that.
before you put foundation.
Brandy,
on.
what color of lips do you normally do?
More pink. Fancy Nancy's my favorite lip gloss. But I did do some downtown brown recently. What you got?
Very couture.
How do you decide if you recommend lip liner?
It's mostly based on what color I want it to turn on them. That looks stunning. The words.
I was gonna say, I really
Throwing
like
me
that.
off a
It
little
looks
bit, but-
wow.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute because it looks really. What do we think? What do you?
Yeah.
I'm loving it so
Brown
far.
is just always a shock. It's
Yeah.
not weird at all.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
So I'm
Like, I
thinking
wear it
because we
my
went a
lips
little
are so-
bolder on the
you
top,
should
I want
wear
to
it around the
soften the
house.
lip a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like have you ever done like a really great like a plum color?
Like the
Luminous.
luminous. Oh yeah,
You do that one? Okay.
I use purples.
What about the Love Me Pink? Have you ever done that one?
Yeah, a long time. I mean, it's been a
a
little
while
bit,
ago?
but yeah.
Let's do
Yeah, I love this one, that one, the appleberry.
this one too.
Oh, raspberry ice. That's a good color too. I put that on a lot of people.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Now. Okay, now we're gonna put this over the top.
Getting all the things for myself because you can't sell it if I have never tried it.
That is called Sunset Peach.
Mine was very
Couture.
So my new grill set.
Okay, now, if I were Grace, what would I have done with my lip gloss?
I'm excited for that. Because I've never
Al, do you
used
see?
this.
Oh, there they are. Okay, now,
I don't know. I feel
Wait.
like my lips are like not adapted to the color.
just wait, give it a minute. So you're pulling it very orange, which tells me you have a higher acidity mouth. That's all that means. So all I'm gonna do now is use a brown to neutral
I like
it,
that.
because here's
I
the
thought it
thing,
was
it still
darker
looks
than I thought it was
great
gonna be.
against your skin because you're so fair. Also too, your lip line, where's your little mess, or there it is right there. Look at me for a second. We need to pull this down just a skosh, there we go. Okay, now, put this over the top of it. Use your Now, on you, pretty princess, I'm going to, I don't want it to turn too brown, so I'm gonna put a little bit of a soft peak over the top of it to neutralize it.
And that's called soft pink, or is that
It's
just
called,
yours?
I'm just describing it, it's called, oh my gosh.
I've been needing
I think there's so many that have nude and blush in them.
Yeah.
It's nude
I
blush,
like
yeah.
those. Those really good.
Okay, now, I
And
love that.
I was
and
worried
want
about the
just a little
brows in the
more
beginning,
depth
but with
to
your
it.
eyes and everything
So
all
let's
done, it looks
add-
good. Because it, for me, before you put your foundation on and everything, it looked like it was starting to turn a little red. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
damn, Taylor.
I know, look at it. You better send a picture.
Oh, do you have it?
Down there.
We're like, look what you're missing tonight. Hey, blend right here a little bit more.
Right here.
Yeah, yep. You're not, you kind of have a little harsh line.
ballerina pinks and
Just blend it just a little bit down.
unique mauve. Okay. And then, look at me for a second, Taylor. Okay, I love the lips. I
Yeah, that looks-
love the lips. And I just want to keep them from going. I'm gonna put a little of this on the top. There you go. Put a little of that on the top and we got it.
What color is that?
This one is the nude blush also.
They make those ones so small.
Oh my god, I can't see them to save my soul.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. And now I want to brown yours up a little bit, so I'm gonna go over it with this.
Fancy Nan. No, that's the sheer illusion.
Yeah. Just want to add a little warmth to it.
I do know my colors. at
You
least.
do. I'm impressed. There you go, babe. What's that?
I'm not used to color on my lips, so like I
I
feel
love
like
it, Cal.
funky.
So here's the thing though, okay?
Like, I
You
feel like
have
I'm
great
putting it
big
on
blue
wrong.
eyes. No, you look great. You have great big blue eyes. So when people see you, it goes eyes, and then if you don't have any color there, it literally this washes all in. So it looks like you, like
Ooh, that's
your
so
neck
fun.
starts at your nose.
I feel like I put it on like wrong because my lips are like.
So
There's not much to my lips.
you do have lips, but you have what's called a rolled lip line, and so just what you're seeing is that it's lacking a little symmetry. So bring this down right there, and then you've got it, girl. There. Now.
I feel like it's still lopsided. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, here, I'm gonna take a picture
No,
so you can see.
not that you
Smile.
looked. That it just.
Okay, now we're gonna foof your hair because the bigger your hair is, the more courage you have because it puts you closer to God. Okay.
Oh,
Stunning.
that's so fun.
It does look
Stunning.
better when you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. You just gotta give it a minute. The first time I wore lip gloss, I was like, Gran, do I look luscious? I said, and she's like, luscious. I said, like, do I look like a